Hey everybody, how are you? If you did not see my Facebook Live yesterday, if you're not on Facebook Live, I talked about how to start your morning routine. It's a little bit later in the morning. It's 10 o'clock here in Palm Springs, California. But I had a minute and I wanted to talk to you about what I talked about yesterday. The best way to stay sober is to have a program. Alcoholics are undisciplined people. And so it's best to have some kind of a skeleton form to create your day. Okay? So I suggested yesterday the first thing you do in the morning is something that I do that they suggest in the Big Book of Alcoholics Anonymous, and that is the morning meditation, pages 86, 87, and 88. They have a morning meditation and an evening meditation. And that provides little bookends for your day. Okay? You can live in this 24-hour period. You know, it's a 24-hour program, they say. So how do you do that? Well, you got to start your morning asking God or the universe for some help. Right? First thing, just remember, it kind of clicks your brain into, oh yeah, I'm an alcoholic, I'm an addict, and I'm going to need some help today. I don't know everything. I'm the problem. I'm mentally ill, and I fuck things up. So the morning meditation is a good way to do that. And then at night, before you go to bed, you do the 11th step. That's the evening meditation where you see, how did I do today? Not fucking things up. How did I do? Do I owe any apologies? Was I angry? Was I jealous? Right? Did I see what I could add to the stream of life, or was I a taker? So that is the perfect little discipline for an alcoholic addict. Okay? So if you're not doing that, I'm going to encourage you to do that. In fact, if you are one of those people that said they want to do the steps with me, the first thing we're going to do is this. You're going to start implementing this into your life. This is steps 10, 11, and 12 that are your daily maintenance steps, right? That's what I'm going to get you started on. So if you want to stay sober, if you're struggling right now, if you need some help, this is the first thing you're going to do. And I'm going to do it with you right now. You get your big book, or you can Google Big Book Morning Meditation. It'll pop right up. Okay? I posted it yesterday on Instagram, my Instagram Live. I Googled it and I just clicked it and I put like 3 pages. That's what it was. Okay? So I've been kind of introducing it a little bit, but here it is in a nutshell, and I'm going to do it with you. Wherever it asks a question, you're going to stop and you're going to think about it. You're going to answer the question in your head. You don't have to get a piece of paper and pen and all that shit. Just do this. Actually, I have this, and I can make this available for you on audio. So you can listen to your car on your way to work, and it's fantastic. You can actually restart your day at any time. If you are having a fucked up day, just do your pages again. I call it doing my pages. Okay? So here are the morning pages. Page 86 in the Big Book of Alcoholics Anonymous, and I briefly talked about it yesterday. Bear with me here, I should have been ready. Okay, I'm going to read this. Wherever there's a question, I'm going to stop, and we're going to think about it. On awakening, let us think about the 24 hours ahead. Okay, and that's what I do. I stop and I think about the 24 hours ahead. I kind of think, okay, what do I got to do today? We consider our plans for the day. Before we begin, we ask God to direct our thinking. God, please direct my thinking. Especially asking that it be divorced from self-pity, dishonest, or self-seeking motives. Under these conditions, we can employ our mental faculties with assurance, for after all, God gave us brains to use. Our thought life will be placed on a much higher plane when our thinking is cleared of wrong motives. In thinking about our day, we may face indecision. We may not be able to determine which course to take. Here we ask God for inspiration, an intuitive thought or a decision. We relax and take it easy. We don't struggle. We are often surprised how the right answers come after we have tried this for a while. What used to be the hunch or the occasional inspiration gradually becomes a working part of the mind. Being still inexperienced and having just made conscious contact with God, it is not probable that we are going to be inspired at all times. We might pay for this presumption in all sorts of absurd actions and ideas. Nevertheless, we find that our thinking will, as time passes, be more and more on the plane of inspiration. we come to rely upon it. We usually conclude the period of meditation with a prayer that we be shown all through the day what our next step is to be, that we be given whatever we need to take care of such problems. We ask especially for freedom from self-will and are careful to make no request for ourselves only. We may ask for ourselves, however, if others may be helped. We are careful never to pray for our own selfish ends. Many of us have wasted a lot of time doing that, and it doesn't work. You can easily see why. That paragraph right there, that taught me how to pray. Okay? Interesting. Get your book out and read it. Okay? If circumstances warrant, we ask our wives or friends to join us in morning meditation. If we belong to a religious denomination which requires definite morning devotions, we attend to that also. If not members of religious bodies, we sometimes select and memorize a few set prayers which emphasize the principles we have been discussing. There are many helpful books also. Suggestions about these may be obtained from one's priest, minister, or rabbi. Be quick to see where religious people are right. Make use of what they offer. Okay? So it doesn't say you have to be religious, but it says, you can be open-minded. As we go through the day, we pause when agitated or doubtful and ask for the right thought or action. We constantly remind ourselves we are no longer running the show, humbly saying to ourselves many times each day, "Thy will be done." We are then in much less danger of excitement, fear, anger, worry, self-pity, or foolish decisions. We become much more efficient. We do not tire so easily, for we are not burning up energy foolishly as we did when we are trying to arrange life to suit ourselves. It works. It really does. We alcoholics are undisciplined, so we let God discipline us in the simple way we have just outlined. But this is not all. There is action and more action. Faith without works is dead. The next chapter is entirely devoted to step 12. That, my friends, is the morning meditation. When I first got sober, I did that every morning. I still do it today. I have it more or less memorized in my mind now. I have it on a disc. I can play it in my car. And I also keep my little book in the bathroom on the toilet. That sounds pretty crude, but the first thing I do in the morning when I get up is I go in and I go to the bathroom. So I grab my book and I read that, and it centers me before I even talk to a human being on the planet. Right? Before I can fuck things up, I ask God for some help. Direct my thinking. Help me see how I can be useful here. Now, when I first started doing it, I did it for a few months, and I thought, well, this is a waste of time. This is doing absolutely nothing for me. But I'll tell you what, one day I didn't do it. I was late. I scrambled off. Everything was a mess. I felt off. It was horrible. And I realized it was because I didn't do my pages. And I do come to rely upon that. The pause, when agitated or doubtful, I think about all the time. It's just a powerful thing. People ask me to sponsor them. People ask me to help them. And the first thing I teach them is this. So if you are following me and you want to enlarge your spiritual condition, you want to change your life for the better, if you have been sober for a long time and you're just not feeling it anymore, let's take some action. Why don't you implement this back into your day? If you've never done it before, a lot of people have been in AA for years and never even knew that was in there. Right? So there you go. There is a tool for your toolbox, and I want you to use it. And if you're struggling today, use it. Like I said, if you don't have a big book, first thing you should get one, because all I do is talk about the big book. Everything's out of the big book. But you can Google morning meditation, or you got to Google Big Book morning meditation. Big Book, page 86. Boom, it'll come right up on awakening. Okay? So there you go. Tonight when I do the meeting on Facebook Live, I will do the evening reading, which is when we're retired at night. It's one little short paragraph, but it is packed full of good stuff. So there you go, everybody. Have a fantastic day. And what else I was going to say to everybody? I guess that's it. Have a great day. Utilize this tool, right? It works. It really does. Have a great day. Bye.